Talk. My name's Eddie.
My name's Ryan.
I'm Greg. You know me.
We are talking some sports today, man. Finally, I got some crew back. Ryan is the first time that he makes it in live person. His ugly ass.
Here on out.
He's actually moving to Gainesville now. So he'll be here probably every week now.
See, every week.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
But other than that, man, how's y'all week going?
It's been going well. It's just a lot of work, bro. It's the grind, you know.
Yep.
So, but I enjoy the grind. I enjoy being in school, having a job. It's a blessing. So,
Yes, sir.
You know, I love it. So, it's gonna pay off one day.
Just got a job, so looking forward to that start. I'll start working with my boy Greg too.
Good
On a
shit.
side gig. Headed to ATL today, so it'll be pretty great for this weekend.
Yeah, man. I had a good week. Passed my final exam. Passed the class. I got 3 semesters left of nursing, and then I get nursing money. Oh my
Sir.
gosh. Yes, sir. And then other than that, I'm just going to ATL today, and we're going to a Georgia Tech game. Talk about that a little bit.
Who are they playing?
Play some trash ass team, but they're only like $10, so we're not doing anything.
Might as well.
Might as well just go. So yeah, bro, we're going to Georgia Tech. I think they're playing Temple.
Temple? Yeah, never mind. The trash. Okay. I was gonna
I
say.
think they're playing Temple, but that was his old team.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So it'll be cool to see.
Mm-hmm.
It'd been funner if Manny Diaz actually went to Temple then.
All right, we're gonna stop there. Anyways, there's a lot to talk about today, man. Let's just start with the overview. What you guys thought about the Gators versus UT Martin?
It was a good. We could have done better on offense. We could have done some better things on offense. I wish we would have scored at least 50, just to assert our dominance and to see where we were at. But defense played lights out as usual, like they've been for the last 10 years. Offense, Felipe did amazing. It didn't look that. It's weird because like he doesn't look like he's doing that good at all. But when you look at his stats, it's fucking like crazy. Like he was 25 for 27. Like that's insane. But
He broke a record for most accurate quarterback I think ever in Florida. So
fucking crazy. But shout out
we've
to
had
Felipe.
we've had a lot of quarterbacks come through.
A lot of quarterbacks. So that's crazy to think of. So it's good to see the offense, getting a little bit better. But it's not really like a test on like tomorrow. But it'll be funny just to see how good we do. We should beat Kentucky, but I just want to see how good we do.
Should
So,
beat them, but
yeah, because October, boy, we got to get something going before October comes. So we'll see.
what about you, Ryan? What do you think about the game?
I take it as it is. They played UT Martin. Obviously, they did what they're supposed to do. They're expected to win. I think the first half did not look as pretty. 17-0 going to halftime. I know sitting there, it didn't look like Felipe Franks was having a great game. And then, next thing you know, you look, he's 25 of 27 for almost 260, I believe. 270. He had 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. It just looks like the running game. I don't know what they have to do to seem like to get that running. And
Yeah, it was way better
Running
last year.
game.
I think the running game is going to be the big point, especially when you get. I think they'll be okay against Kentucky, obviously, without their quarterback this week, who's gone for the season. So they'll be playing a sophomore at quarterback.
That's very unfortunate.
And I think, because I really think Kentucky had a really good chance if he was playing, because obviously that line jumped tremendously without him. I feel like Tennessee will be fine. But once you start getting into that Georgia game, Auburn, LSU, you're going to have to be able to run the ball and control the line of scrimmage.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't look like Florida has found a way to run the ball, or they really find the mix of backs that they really want to use to move the ball.
When I was watching the game, because I rewatched some of the highlights, it looks like when we go, how there's like a zone play where you just pick up like whatever hole you want to go, and you go into it. That's when we're struggling. But when we put a hat on somebody, like mano a mano, that's when we pick up like the 8 yards.
Yeah.
So I think we just need to go more man to man and start running the zones. And then I need Dan Mullen to like open up the playbook. I think he's been very conservative in the first 2 games, and maybe that's because he doesn't want to show like all the SEC teams what he has.
Yeah.
But
Well, looking at this point, if you're going to play Tennessee, who's already, Lord knows, in trouble.
they might lose tomorrow again.
There's a chance that they could lose. They're 28-point favorites, and they lost. I don't understand it. And then you play Kentucky without their quarterback. So the next 2 games might be very conservative on offense. Before you start getting into that Auburn game, LSU.
But they need to open it up a little bit so the team can get used to like all these other plays in a real life like game.
And the thing I noticed too is when they go under center and run the ball, I don't know what it is, but they seem to find better lanes.
Yeah, because they're going man to man.
Man to man, and then the cut, especially the cutback lanes too are open.
Yeah.
Because I saw Clement there at the end of the game. I mean, even though it was, probably scrub for scrub, and it is UT Martin, I take it for what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, you could see him when they bounced it to the outside, and he could cut back inside. And once they can get to the outside, especially on those little inside zones too, like right up the A gap.
Yeah.
I mean, as soon as they can see that and bounce it, they look pretty good.
I like Iverson Clement. I think that he should get a little more playing time.
Mm-hmm.
I see him more like a Le'Veon type because he's very rangy. He's like a weird. He can catch the ball very well, and then he can make you miss.
Yeah.
So
very shifty.
he's very shifty. Yeah. I think he should get some more playing time. But other than that, man, Kentucky plays Florida tomorrow over at Kentucky at 7:30. I think it's on ESPNU or
They'll be on ESPN.
Yes,
or ESPN. Oh,
yeah.
they moved it.
Yeah, it's on ESPN.
Okay, so it's on ESPN, so it's prime time. Obviously, last year we lost to Kentucky, first time in like 35 years.
Crazy
Very
story.
unfortunate. So we can't lose to them again, personally. That's why I feel.
Yeah. It should be a good little just another test, like another Miami game. Like not another Miami game, but like another kind of like test because they're kind of like the same in my eyes. Kentucky and Miami are like the same.
Yeah, especially after they lost their quarterback. If they had their quarterback, that would have been scary.
Yeah, plus they got a good ass running back. His name was like Smoke or something like that.
Yeah,
This dude, he had like 170 yards last game and 2 touchdowns. So like that's the only dude that really scares me for Kentucky. But besides that,
I guess
like,
he's from Michigan. So.
that and then like their other wide receiver Bowden Jr., who's fucking crazy as fuck. He had like 130 yards last game too. So like it was like
definitely gonna have our hands
yeah,
full with the
bro,
linebackers.
So, yeah, definitely. So linebackers gonna have to be ready, and Marco's gonna have to lock down that dude. Obviously, but besides that, like I don't really see Kentucky as a threat, honestly. So
I think we'll beat Kentucky like 31-20 or something like that. Ooh, decent score. Nothing too crazy. I mean, they're gonna play us tough, but then I think in the fourth quarter we score a decent touchdown.
like those running rate touchdowns we probably get. Like I would say like 27 to like 13, 27 to 10.
Okay.
So that's me.
What about you, Ryan?
I go 27-17.
27-17.
I feel like 17 is giving them a lot too, though, especially with a sophomore quarterback hasn't.
From
Making
Troy.
making his first start, isn't he? I guess it's his first start with Kentucky.
With Kentucky, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I mean, we'll see how he does versus an SEC defense.
Yeah, we'll see.
Week 1 of conference play for UF and Kentucky, so we'll see what they're really made of this week.
Yeah, man. So moving on from the Gators now, we're gonna talk a little bit about the NFL, man. It was the first weekend, this past weekend. How do you guys' team look? I mean, Lamar Jackson obliterated the Ravens.
Let's go. Okay, it was Miami.
Go
Who has
Ravens.
now traded everybody.
I don't give a fuck.
Everybody wants to
Hell
leave.
yeah. Are they still in the NFL rank?
NFL is NFL, bro.
Yeah,
You're not gonna sit here and little man about that shit, bro. You gonna have to take that L
How
to
many
the
points
chin.
they put? 59?
52, wasn't it?
52 to 10, bro. I mean,
Was 59-10?
that's an NFL score. Like
I would
that's
say
it.
59.
Nobody scores over 50, or like even 40.
Well, I bet you 17 was going to be scoring 50 on the Dolphins this year.
It's not like it was the last game of the season. It was the first game of the season.
Yeah, first game of the
opening day, 59 to 10.
And everybody's now requesting a trade.
Everybody.
Minka Fitzpatrick who's a first rounder last year from Alabama, plays cornerback. Or
If you're
safety, whatever.
Miami, what are you doing?
So yeah, man, the Minka Fitzpatrick requested a trade, and he was a first rounder from Alabama.
He said, "Fuck that shit, bro." He said, "Fuck
said,
that."
I'm outta here.
He said,
59 to 10, I'm good.
He said, fuck the hoes, fuck the beaches, fuck all that shit, bro. I'd rather go play in fucking middle of goddamn nowhere than fucking play in Miami and get my ass for 59 to fucking 10 on national television.
That's horrible.
I mean, it's smart though. Like, don't waste your prime years, getting your ass whooped. So, like, I mean, I understand it.
I understand it too. Let's see other big games. Oh, the Titans look very dominant against the Browns, 43 to 13. With all
Shut
this
up.
hype that the Browns had, with all this firepower that they have on offense, supposedly Baker Mayfield's all this rah good and all that bullshit. 43 to 13, the first game, bro. You get piped like that.
No excuse.
There's no excuse. Like you should at least, if you're gonna lose, you lose by like 3 or 7.
Right.
How the hell you lose by 30 points?
All right,
To the Titans. There's nothing special about the Titans.
I mean, it was close to the fourth quarter, and then they threw 3 interceptions. Baker Mayfield. I think.
It was not no damn close to the fourth quarter. It was 43-13.
Hold up, I'm telling you, it was close to the fourth quarter. It started close to the fourth quarter.
Shit. This man Ryan's funny, bro. Ain't no way. Like, it was a good game.
It was 9 points.
It was 20.
It was a touchdown difference.
It was 22-14. Then they scored 21 points straight in the fourth quarter, bro.
Yes. So obviously it was a 9-point game.
It was close
Okay, so it was close.
at first.
It was like 30-21.
It was close like the first 10
Cowboys
minutes.
got piped. So that was a big game there. My Vikings came out and mollywopped the Falcons 28-12.
We're gonna talk about the Steelers just getting absolutely destroyed.
Oh, we are. We're gonna
Sunday
get
Night
there.
Football.
I'm just looking at other big games.
That
That
7
offense.
rings, bro. This man finna have 7 rings, bro. Ain't no fucking way you gonna be able to stop the fucking Patriots.
Especially now with AB.
God damn, bro. That's just not fucking fair, bro.
And normally they're bad to start the year. Like normally,
how the fuck? Yeah, usually Patriots they go like
they're like 2-2 in the month of September and October or something like that.
they go 0 dark 30 in the middle of the year. But besides that, bro, there's no fucking way that fucking
And just wait until Gronkowski comes back, because you know he's gonna
Gronk's
come
coming,
back.
bro. This man he just needed to
I'll
take a
even
smoke
come
break.
back.
I think he's gonna come back.
Gronk
At the end
You
of
look
the
at all those weapons. I don't think they need Gronk. You got
But-
AB,
but
Julian
just think
Edelman.
about it. Just think about it. What if he does?
Who knows, man?
I mean, it's just not fair. Other big games was Cowboys. Not a big game, but Cowboys completely dominated the Giants. Dak Prescott threw for 400 yards, like
Fuck
4
Dak
touchdowns.
Prescott. I walked in there after Sunday's game. I said $42 million right now.
Right now,
$42 million. Or I'm not playing the rest of the season.
if he plays like that, I mean,
He deserves it.
Hey,
I mean, he has to play somebody though, bro.
Shout out to my boy Kellen
I mean,
Moore
yeah,
though.
we have to wait
call
till
that
he
offense.
I want to see him play against like the Eagles like that. If he plays against not even the Eagles, like
But they
somebody
look bad
like,
against Washington.
I want to see like I want to see him play against like Minnesota like that, or like like a real like team, like a squad, like a real
because
team.
the Giants is just a one-man team. And
Still,
that's
if I walk in that room, I'm Dak Prescott. I say $42 million. Pay me now. You've got me for cheap for the past years. I just threw 400 yards. Pay me.
Yeah, for
That's a
sure.
good point.
You're gonna pay Zeke. You're gonna pay Jalen Smith. You're gonna pay all these people. I'm your quarterback. I just dropped these yards.
If not, let me go.
Pay
I'll
me.
go somewhere else.
Pay me, or I'm not gonna play.
I'll go. You telling me no other team will like Dak Prescott?
I promise you that some team would pay him $40 million
Probably
on the dot.
Probably Miami.
But if I was Miami, that'd be the first person I'd be paying $40 million to. If I was Jackson, I'd be paying $40 million to that man right now.
Got a point.
But yeah, those were the big games. The Saints and the Texans game was really good on Monday night.
Yeah.
I went to over. I was gonna go to overtime. It was the last like.
Okay, can we even
second.
talk about the second? All right, so that man Taken Jr. 2 seconds left. Right. First of all, if you're Houston, why are you gonna play prevent defense at like the 48? Because you know they're looking for a short pass. They have no timeouts, right? So he throws the 8-yard curl. If you're Texans, why do you touch Taken Jr.? Why don't you just look at him? Because he's not down until you touch him.
I don't know, bro. People
So if you would never touch him, but then as soon as he
people
caught the
just
ball,
be doing stupid things.
I'm just saying.
Ryan,
you had a
people just be
timeout to
doing
waste.
stupid
I would waste
things.
the timeout and gone over that.
And this man always keeps missing tackles. Number 43 for the Saints. You know, the one that made the big mistake versus the Vikings.
Yeah, when he missed Diggs.
And now he just missed. He missed the Deshaun
Kenny-
Watson.
He went to Tennessee though, so like I understand.
Hmm?
He went to Tennessee. That safety. He went to
I thought
Tennessee.
he went to Utah.
Hold on, let me make sure we're talking about the same. You talking about number 43 Williams?
Yeah.
All right.
I thought he was from Utah. Regardless where he's from, that man he's good. He's like, when you look at his stats, he's good, but like every single time there's a big play that's gonna happen on his side.
I don't know how they let Kenny Stills. I mean, there was like a minute and a half
You're
left.
right,
Just
you're right.
right down the middle.
I don't understand.
Wide, right down the middle. It's Kenny Stills. All he does is run right down the middle.
So I guess we're gonna go move on to the the Buccaneers and the Panthers.
Cam starting to lose it, bro. I see
You
it.
think so?
I see it, bro.
I'm
Like,
not a Cam. I've never been a Cam Newton fan since he's been in the pros. I just don't see it. I don't see it.
you don't see it.
I don't see Cam Newton. Like no, because he's too inaccurate. He's like
You got the
even.
Super Bowl.
He has better stats than
Okay. I still was not a believer in that year. Okay, if you look at his stats.
He has better stats than Mike Vick.
Okay, I feel like it's a different era of football though.
It's like 10 years.
I mean, yeah, but still, it's totally different football. Because the playbooks are way different than they were 10 years ago. Because even Mike Vick was underneath center. I think Mike Vick in today's NFL, like prime Vick, would be amazing to watch. But
Yeah,
I mean,
of course, yeah.
But Cam Newton's too inaccurate. Like he's too inaccurate of a passer. Like even last night, what did he go? Like 21 for 20, 22 for 40 something. Because I know the fourth quarter.
Yeah, but I'm just tripping because
Okay.
you said that he wasn't like that. You didn't see it like when he was like 20.
He had the MVP season,
Okay.
which made everyone go, "Oh my God, Cam Newton!
Okay.
He's a pro. He could be the greatest thing ever." He had one outlier year, and ever since then, his completion percentage is in the 50s. For an NFL pro quarterback, your completion percentage is in the 50s.
That's not good.
That's awful. That's tremendously awful.
Tremendously awful.
That's tremendously awful.
You
are tremendously awful.
I've never heard anybody fucking say tremendously awful.
And I mean, especially now, because the way he runs. I mean, because now
that might be the whitest thing I've ever heard.
Tremendously awful. Atrocious. It's atrocious.
All right, stop it.
And then
Stop. All right.
And then now he can no longer. He can no longer run the ball.
You got it, bro.
Just wait. Relax, bro.
Relax.
He went 24 for 50, 324 yards.
Subpar 50%. Subpar 50%.
24 for 50. God damn.
48%. He went 48.9%.
Yeah.
0 touchdowns.
Trash.
McCaffrey had 16 carries for 37 yards.
Trash.
Greg Olsen had 6 receptions with 110 yards.
That man deserves a fucking ring.
First of all, let me stop it.
Yeah.
Cam Newton has no O-line. The same quarterback, the same DN had 3 sacks the game. Like literally back to back sacks by the same player against the same offensive lineman.
Okay, no. I'm going to say that and say if you're an offensive coordinator and I know my O-line sucks, maybe I'm not going to call passing plays that require a 5-set drop or require deep ins or long breaking routes. You know, maybe short passes. Because even the Giants suck, but they know their offensive line sucks. So what do? They run little flares to Saquon. They know they suck, but at least they try to take advantage of it. Yeah. I mean, even Tampa Bay's line is not that good.
Yeah.
I mean,
Winston went 16 for 25, 208 with a touchdown. Payne Barber, 23 carries, 82 yards, 1 touchdown. And Godwin had 8 receptions, 121 yards, and 1 touchdown.
I think we say it right now. Byron Leftwich, holy crap, his offense coordinator.
Yeah.
I feel like he called a good game against San Francisco last week too. They didn't give up 2 offensive touchdowns to San Francisco. But he is proven to be a really good offensive coordinator in the league. Even Carolina's defense is good. I mean, they took Mike Evans out of the game. They really made O.J. Howard limitless. I mean, that offensive line was downhill run blocking, which was amazing.
Yeah, bro. Tampa looked okay. They weren't good. They did what they had to do. They weren't like amazing, but they got the job done.
Look, so I just think that you have to. If you put the ball in Jameis Winston's hands, I feel like a lot. If you put too much in his hands, I feel like way too much can go wrong. And I feel like Brian Leftwich is like, I gotta run the ball. He can't throw the ball more than 30 times a game. If he throws the ball more than 30 times a game, we're screwed.
I mean,
he makes too many mistakes.
He does make a lot of mistakes. He's past it. It was his 4th year in the NFL now.
Well, he's coming out. It's his contract year. It's him and Mariota's contract year.
Winston.
Winston. I'm gonna tell you the stats right now because actually Omar we were arguing on group chat, and then So since 2015, he's played 57 games. He has 79 overall turnovers. That is the most in the NFL. 61 interceptions, most in the NFL, and 18 fumbles lost, tied for most in the NFL.
How many games did he play?
57, and has 61 interceptions.
You gotta write bigger than that.
All right, we got 61 interceptions, 18 fumbles,
and 18 fumbles.
All right. So you know what this equates to right here?
What's that?
I'll make this really simple. Trash. Interception trash. Trash. He's fucking trash.
That's a big trash can?
That is a shitty trash can, but that's a trash can. That's just to a man that is not going to get paid, and the only way he's going to get paid if they can come up with a damn running game. So, go ahead and look at this, Tampa Bay fans. Your quarterback is trash. You can thank me later when you guys draft Justin Herbert this year.
We'll see. Let's talk about. I want to talk about more about Florida though. I want to talk about the Gators.
Florida?
Yes, my Gators. One thing that I'm nervous about. Not nervous, but one thing I'm happy to fucking finally see is we're starting Brad Stewart and Sean Davis at safety. I've been waiting for this shit for a minute because those are our 2 best fucking options at safety. Shout out to Brad Stewart for getting off the weed and staying out of trouble, going to class. You're a good dude, but we need you now. So I need Ron English to stop fucking being stupid too, because I don't know what the fuck he be doing, bro. This man is a dude that literally does the bare minimum, but puts his name first on the group project, it's the biggest. He's just he's just there to just get his paycheck and to just say DBU on Twitter. That's all he fucking does. He don't do no recruit. He doesn't recruit that well at all. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing back at safety, specific, starting with the right people and everything. So I don't fuck around English, but at least he's finally going to get the job saved because we have our two best safeties out there. So we should look better on defense.
What's the Oklahoma's quarterback?
Jalen Hurts.
Alright, sorry. It was sidetracked. I'm sorry.
Gotcha. No, you're good.
Future Heisman winner.
Yeah, we shall see how we look tomorrow. Can't wait. But let's shift over to like the AB situation. Let's talk about that for a second. AB is funny, bro.
This man's a trip.
This man's funny, bro. He's just like.
I feel like we should run down the timeline too of AB though. So, Pittsburgh says he wants out of Pittsburgh.
Okay.
He's traded to Oakland.
Okay.
Oakland gets him for pennies on the dollars.
Okay, no, hold on. Listen, let's stay in Pittsburgh for a second. He wanted to go to New York. I think he wanted to go to the Patriots. He wanted to do that.
Well, here's what happened.
Okay.
New England offered Pittsburgh a first round pick.
Okay.
Pittsburgh said,
Fuck no.
"Fuck no, we're not going to send you the goddamn Patriots. We're not idiots."
Yeah.
So they took less return and sent him to Oakland.
Cross country.
Yeah. This man's like, AB's, who didn't play in week 17, wasn't going to show up.
Yeah.
Now he's in Oakland. So, you're thinking, John Gruden, which is weird saying that they let Lil Matt go, which is like, how are you going to let a star player go and then bring in one? So they bring him in.
Okay.
Next thing you know, we got some foot issues. He burns his feet.
You're going too fucking fast. You got to start like when he gets to Oakland. He gets to fucking Oakland, and then he meets, Derek Carr, John Gruden, and then he goes to his first practice, and he realizes something's fucking wrong. That's what happened. He just realized I don't think he said this ain't it. Like he just realized.
I think he realized he wasn't winning a ring.
He realized this ain't it, bro. I don't know about this one. I don't know about this one, Chief. That's what he fucking said. See, he said, "Fuck this shit." So he sat in his bed and thought about the most fucked up, stupid, craziest shit he could fucking do to get fucking released, so he could go do what he wanted to do.
I'm gonna burn my feet off.
Yeah.
110 degrees.
I'm gonna go into a fucking goddamn frozen incubator with no fucking shoes on and fuck my feet up. That's what he did. So he was like, that should do the trick. No. He's like, oh, it's okay. Brady's like, oh, don't worry about it, AB. It's okay. AB was just that girl that you keep cheating on, that keeps taking you back until like she has no choice but to leave you alone. That's what the Raiders were doing like the past 5 months with AB. So AB was just like, fuck, okay, I gotta find a way to get this girl to break up with me. So you know what I'm fucking do? I'm gonna fucking force them to give me a fucking helmet from the fucking 1940s. If they say fucking no, fuck this shit, I'm not playing. That's what the fuck he did. So
Bro, I don't think he thought that they would stand by him. Like,
yeah, bro. He's
John Gruden up here. He's like, we stand with Antonio Brown.
And he's in his room. He's in his room punching the air, bro. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck else do I gotta do to get this girl to break up with me? AKA the girl's the Raiders. So he's like, what the fuck can I do to get this girl to fucking leave me the fuck alone? So he was like, all right, you know what I'm gonna fucking do? I'm gonna listen to Chief Keef on the way to practice. I'm gonna listen to some Chief Keef and listen to some J. Cole and say, fuck these crackers. I'm gonna show up to practice and cuss the fucking manager off for no fucking reason. I'm gonna just go off on his ass in front of, make sure all the cameras are there, make a scene. That's gotta do the trick. She still didn't leave. He was like, I'm gonna do that, then when I get fined, I'm gonna expose the whole fucking team, and I'm gonna just make these boys get rid of me. Still didn't work.
Yeah.
Like, that's basically what the fuck was going on.
Exactly what happened.
So it kept going, and then he finally got his way, got all happy, and he before he got the chance to even go to sleep, this man didn't wait. He waited 3 hours, called Bill Belichick and the boys up, signed, and now he's been on the best behavior ever since. Besides, whole scandal.
My favorite thing is that video where you see him when he goes
running around
when he gets released.
That fake ass video he made.
When he gets released.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, even in the last week, let's see. In the last week, he had the fight with Madoff.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, how many people get to call their boss a cracker?
He wanted to get released, but he don't give a fuck.
I know he gives a fuck.
Man didn't give a fuck.
I mean, I gotta give him maybe credit. He gets released,
Mm-hmm.
calls his boss a cracker, posts a video of John Gruden,
Yeah.
then gets fined. Then they're gonna suspend him for game 1 or week 1 versus Denver. Next thing you know, we're gonna let him play because he's a team apology. Then he has the fines, and then he goes on Instagram and says, "Release me." 3 hours later, he's released. There's a video of him dancing.
Yep. Running around going crazy, calling his grandma.
And 12 hours later, at the Florida tailgate, this man is signed with the Patriots, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
Yeah.
I think
That's what he wanted the whole time.
I think it's all just to get back at the Steelers, honestly.
Yeah, it probably is. I mean, it'd been fun if he would play week 1.
Honestly, bro, like some of these players are selfish, but I kind of understand because
And then now, a week later, he's a sexual assault case or a civil case. To be fair,
I don't want to speak on that.
I mean, I'm just saying. My question is, did the Patriots know? Did did AB and his AB's camp tell him? Like, obviously, because it's Bill Belichick, we'll never know. But like, what?
Yeah, apparently what's going on. But
Bill Belichick is like the dude that you want to like rob a bank with. This man won't say shit. This man will not air you out for nothing. You could have the fucking gun in his face.
Like, what?
He barely talks out there.
Yeah, bro. This man don't give a fuck.
Says 2 words in every post conference.
I don't know why they even try, bro.
Yeah,
what's the point of talking to him? This man don't give a fuck. You gonna sit there? He gonna say the same 4 words, and you gonna be sitting there mad as fuck.
We're focused on Miami this week. Or I'm only going to answer the questions I have to answer. We're focused on Miami this week.
It's literally it. But yeah, man, that's the NFL talk. Let's see what's some big games. Actually, let's see what's next on the agenda because we got a little bit over here. So we talking about Antonio, the past big games.
SEC.
All right,
starting
now
this
hold
week.
up. Let's talk about this damn LSU team. Are you guys impressed or
Yes.
are you not?
Yes,
Very impressed.
with the OC who has brought like that Saints concepts to LSU. First of all, LSU for years has had defense. I mean, they've really been.
Always.
Yeah.
They're like
they've been an amazing defense for years.
They're the Gators of the West.
100%. I feel like they've had a better offense than Florida has over minus the championship run. I feel like their offense has at least been somewhat consistently better than ours, which is
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that one, Chief.
Really? You don't think so?
I don't know about that one.
I think their run game has been
I don't
consistent
know
for
about
years.
the run game is we say about
Their passing game.
strictly run game.
But
Strictly
that's
run
all their
game.
game was. I mean, only Les Miles. All it was that pitch, heavy, I formation stuff. But now look at this offense. You got Joe Burrows who's throwing the ball. You got read option concepts. I mean, you even see him doing some hurry up stuff. I mean, I don't know how LSU is gonna do in the West. I mean, I think you'll find out very soon. But I mean, they went into Austin, beat a top 10 ranked team in Texas.
In Texas, yeah.
In Texas,
True.
who
At night.
which dismantled. I mean, 9 months earlier, but is Georgia. Went in, beat Georgia in Atlanta.
True.
So I mean, I think.
See, but yeah, like I am impressed.
Yeah.
It doesn't
With
mean stuff.
LSU.
It doesn't mean anything
But-
until they beat Alabama.
But not even that.
Yeah.
Not even that.
True.
To me is, yes, they are very impressive at the moment, but they beat Texas and Texas gives up 500 yards every game. Every single game they give up that much. So like, yeah, Joe Burrow looked good, but both LSU's defense didn't look good. They
At
gave
all.
up. They lost. They only won by like 6 points. They only won by the touchdown.
I mean,
So-
I feel like that was some garbage time touchdown though by Texas.
Not really.
It wasn't. There was a garbage time touchdown by Texas, but less than a minute.
Well, it's not a minute, and then they try to go, get the ball again. What are you talking about?
Just came out. The NFL is not going to place AB on the commissioner's exempt list, so he'll be able to play for the rest of the season.
There you go. So, I mean, LSU plays Northwestern State next. I mean, that's a win. Then they go to Vanderbilt. That's going to be a win. Vanderbilt's horrible this year. They're 0-2. Then Utah State comes to LSU. They don't play anybody hard until they face Florida in October 12th.
That's good for LSU, because if I'm LSU, if I'm Ed Ogeron, the offense coordinator, defense coordinator, guess what? You have 5 games to really get your team together. I mean, because once after they play Florida, who they have? Auburn.
They play Florida, then they play at Mississippi State, then they play Auburn, then Alabama, and then Ole Miss.
Is there a bye between any of Auburn and Alabama?
You should have a bye before Alabama.
There is a bye.
That's what I thought. I know one of them gets a bye every year.
There's a bye between Auburn and Alabama.
So, and it's in Tuscaloosa, right?
Isn't this? Yeah.
It's in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no reason why LSU, and realistically, look, should not be undefeated going against Alabama. It's Alabama. There should be no reason why they should not be undefeated.
I mean, they gotta play Florida.
I mean, if they're playing Florida in Baton Rouge, I honestly think with the way that offense is set up, I don't know if Dan Mullen's going to have that team ready to go to LSU and be able to beat them. I think LSU's going to beat them. I really do.
They have no defense, Ryan.
Okay, I feel like that's Texas though. But I mean, you think Florida's offense compares to Texas' offense?
Yes.
You think Florida's
Texas
offense?
ass. Obviously.
We'll see when the
They
time
have no
comes.
defense, my
we'll
guy.
see when the time comes. I'm just saying, I would take.
Actually, I picked originally that LSU was going to beat Florida.
I mean,
But I picked Florida was going to beat Georgia. That's why I picked that.
I'm just Georgia. I don't know. I gotta see Georgia versus somebody. I mean, they played Vanderbilt. I mean, it was 30-7. Week 1, give it as week 1. Week 2, they were 7-7 versus Murray State first quarter. I gotta see something.
We got some improvement to do, but I'm
Georgia
not gonna sit here.
I mean, your week 2 too. I mean, it's not like the team I see in week 2 is gonna be the same team I see in mid-October.
Facts.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean-
Arkansas State, that's who Georgia plays, and then Notre Dame comes home.
That'll be the test to see it. Well, that'll be the test for both of them. See if
Notre Dame
Dame's
was good this year, bro.
Notre Dame's never good.
Really?
Last year they were better. The only chance they had to win a championship.
When is
was
Notre
that
Dame
team
good,
last year.
Ryan? Please explain to me on live camera, when is Notre Dame good? Every single big game they've been in the past 25 years, they get their ass.
He's talking to you, bro.
No, but I think that
every single time that Notre Dame goes into a bowl game, they get clapped.
they got clapped by Clemson. I'm just saying, but that'll tell
By
you how good.
Clemson, they got clapped by Alabama, they get clapped every single game that they go to. They get
This
clapped.
will tell you how if they're ready or not. And I don't think
They're not ready, and they're never going to be ready.
I don't know. Against that Louisville game, holy crap! I mean, Louisville was like a decent team, which might be actually now. But still, we'll see how good they are.
And talking about decent teams, we're going to change over to horrible teams. We have Florida State traveling over to Virginia, and I think it's going to be a murder. It's going to be a murder scene.
I'm gonna call right now. My boy Bryce Perkins, better go off.
I think it's going to be a murder. I don't know about you, what you think, Greg, but me personally, I think FSU might get scored on by 40. Bryce Perkins is a very
40
good
piece.
running quarterback. He can pass the ball.
Well, you on Monroe drop
The
44.
boys don't. Florida State. The way I see Florida State, the boys don't believe in each other anymore. They just don't believe, and they're not buying into the system anymore. They're not buying into Willie Taggart. They're not buying into each other. They're kind of like playing for themselves now. I mean, as in each player playing for himself to like get drafted. They're not playing as a team anymore. So it's literally going to be just like Levante Taylor and them just trying to prove themselves that they're still good football players trying to get to NFL. Yeah, because they know
Kind of like
damn
what
well.
happened at Les CNC.
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah, because they just are pictures.
The boys. Anyway, Florida State is just they're just.
They're just so bad. I mean, they got scored on 44 points
They're so bad as a team.
by
though.
UL Monroe.
They're not a team.
They're not like Jesus. Like the talent on that team
They have talent.
is a top 10 talent team.
They're talented as hell. Yes.
Oh my God!
They're not a
No
team.
team obsessed. And it's not like Art Briles can't coach
Talented.
offense. Talented, yeah, obviously talented.
They play like they got talented players. They're not a talented team.
Yeah.
Like Terry's good.
I mean, Cam Akers
Terry's
was the
good.
top running back coming out of high school.
Cam Akers is good. Terry's good.
They have the
That's
weapons
it.
to be an amazing team, and it's just I don't understand it. Like Willie Taggart.
I just think everything about Florida State is trash. So I think everybody.
If you're FSU, would you go back now? How much would you pay Jimbo to stay? Would you give Jimbo whatever he wanted?
You have to. What you mean?
I don't know why they let him go.
Why did they let him go? I think he wanted to leave. They
I'm
didn't
glad.
let him go.
I'm glad that he left.
He left. They didn't let him go. He
It's
left. He said fuck that
FSU is
shit.
literally.
I'd rather go to Texas A&M too.
And they can't get rid of Mickey Mouse.
They can't get rid of him, bro. This
He
man's
has a
bio is fucking disgusting.
17 million to be exact. That is more than Pruitt and who was the other coach that got hired at the same time?
Chip Kelly or was it?
And Chip Kelly combined. That is more than both of them combined.
Why would you give that man a $17 million buyout?
Because
for a guy,
he's supposed to be the
for
next-
a guy that's barely above a 500 weight
He's-
No,
percentage.
he's
got
not
that
barely.
too.
He's not barely. He's not.
He was before he took
No,
the
he
FSU
wasn't.
job.
No, he
Before
didn't.
he took the FSU job, what was his record? It was close, wasn't
It was
it? 38,
below-
39,
No,
39,
it was
38?
below 500.
He's below 500.
It was like 40 and 46 or something like that.
Dead ass. I'm not joking. This man's record is horrific.
Below.
I don't think he was good enough to get hired at FSU. I didn't think he was good enough to get hired at
Of
damn
course
Oregon.
not.
But
I never thought that he was good.
I thought he was. I didn't think he was good enough to be a head coach of Oregon.
No,
He
he
was
should have. He
76.
should have stayed his ass at USF.
Wasn't he like he was a 500 winning coach at USF, wasn't he?
No.
No,
Below.
bro, he's below in every school that he's at. He's below.
He-
There's one school he's above 500. I know.
Okay,
No, he's
Western
not.
Kentucky.
Was that the school?
Oh,
it is?
sorry, Oregon. He went 7-6 at Oregon.
Was that what it is?
That-
I knew there was one school he was decent at.
Okay,
That's
7
like
not
one
decent.
year, Oregon?
That's not decent. Yeah,
It was
one
one
year,
year.
7-6, and then he got hired
went
at
to
FSU.
USF, went to Oregon, tried it out, went 7-6, and then magically FSU offered him the job. I don't know why they offered him the job. That's not a coach that
I didn't care
I
much.
hate
I
FSU,
didn't
but I
care
know
much for
FSU
Oregon.
has a great tradition.
But they rode Dr. Miles at Oregon where they got no defense.
No, like I don't know why. They
I-
gave him so much fucking money he couldn't say no. I would have went too if I was him.
Now they got a $17 million buyout. They're gonna have to.
I'd rather get paid more to lose in fucking Florida than be in Oregon. Cold freeze my black ass off in Oregon. So like,
They better come out with a buyout number then.
They're not gonna
get him out of there.
It's
bro, it's 17
million.
million.
Who's gonna buy? Who's gonna pay the
Well, they
law?
can agree to it. He
Well,
can come
no,
down.
no, he's
He's
not
never
going to.
come- Why the hell would he come down?
Jim
bro?
McElwain came down his.
Jim McElwain was trash and he hated it here.
That's true. I don't know if what's his face hates it there.
He doesn't hate it there.
He doesn't.
wants-
He likes it. He loves his job. He be smiling lose. He be smiling in his interviews when he losing, bro. Like he be at a press conference just sitting there, little.
It seems like if they gonna fire me, they gonna pay me
They
17
can't
million.
fire him because they would have to pay 17 million and pay a shitload of money to get a coach to even think about spitting their fucking direction to come fix that shit.
And to be honest, who's the coach that they could get? They're not gonna get Urban Meyer. That's what they
Urban Meyer hates Florida State. There's no fucking way.
So Urban Meyer's not gonna go there. Who are they gonna go get? Lane Kiffin? That's not gonna work out.
You know who you take?
Mike Stoops. That's the only coach that I like that Florida State could hire.
You know who they'd go after? Hugh Freeze.
We're gonna end the video.
I'm just saying, is that not who you
we're gonna end the video.
They're gonna have to go to offensive coordinator, Hugh Freeze.
Okay, again, they're gonna score 40 points and still lose by 80.
At least then they have an
You
offense.
didn't fix anything.
Look, he turned Ole Miss into at least a winning program. I'm just saying, he made Ole Miss a winning program.
He got caught. He sucks at cheating. You gotta cheat. You're not a good coach if you can't cheat and not get caught.
Well, I mean, that's his own personal relationship issues, but still.
Anyways, I think that if they're gonna fire Mickey Mouse Taggart, that they should go after the Kentucky coach. I think that Mike Stoops has done a good job at Kentucky, but I don't think they're gonna fire Mickey Mouse for $16 million.
Didn't he coach at FSU too? Was he like a defensive coordinator at FSU? Stoops?
I think so.
Like he was. I think he was there the year like 2012 or something like that.
Yeah, he was. I think he was there the year that they won the championship, and then he got offered a job to Kentucky.
He's been in Kentucky for a while now.
He's been in Kentucky for 6 years.
Yeah, I remember that because like the first year where they beat us in 2014, we went that triple overtime with them because that was his first year there. I remember that shit.
Was it?
Yeah.
See, but then there's the thing as a coach, like, do you want to go somewhere where 7 wins and their fan base is excited because it's a basketball school, or do you want to go to?
He's a good coach though.
Florida State, and it's either ACC championship game or we want you.
He's a good. That's coaching. You go up like you don't just sit there and just get one place. Like I'd rather win 7 games and then that's not how it works, bro. Especially get paid more money.
No, who's the guy at Kentucky right now?
It's Bob.
Bob Stoops.
Yeah, right. It's his brother.
No, bro, it's Mark Stoops, bro.
Mark?
I think that's his name.
Okay, that might make sense. I put Mike and that wasn't it.
I think it's
There it is. Yeah, that's Mark Stoops.
Yeah,
Damn,
Mark.
bro, this whole family is famous out here.
The other one's was the head coach at Oklahoma.
Bob Stoops was a legend. He is a legend.
You know he's coaching the XFL?
He is?
Yeah, he's one of the coaches.
I thought he was chilling for
I'm
now.
trying to look at the team. Yeah, he was there. He was at Florida State from 2010 to 2012, and then he got hired in 2013 to Kentucky. He's been there for 9 years.
I mean,
6 years.
he turned Kentucky around from a laughing stock in football to a natural SEC.
He's a good coach, so that's what I'm saying. That wouldn't be a bad coach to go get by Florida State. But let's move on from Florida State. Let's move on to the other laughing stock of Florida, Miami. Miami's 0-2. After all this hype, all these lies about Miami fans, all these chicos with beards and all these,
You really don't like Miami guys.
they're 0-2.
Miami, they're not a bad football team. They're better than FSU. Give them that. They're not good, but they're not like terrible. So like it's just like they're just like a tall midget. They're just
blah.
They're trying their hardest. They just can't fucking do it because they're not that fucking good of a football team. But they're not
I
terrible.
mean, they play Bethune-Cookman tomorrow. I hope they beat them.
I hope they get the upset win. Beat Bethune.
It's really hard. I mean, because if you look at it, their defense returns a lot of players.
No, the linebackers are overrated.
Really, you think so? You think
Yes.
their linebackers are overrated?
Yes.
I think they're decent. I don't know.
They're overrated.
How high are they rated?
They're overrated.
Was they top 10 defense last year?
Yes.
They're
Third
overrated.
overall.
Their linebackers, they play. Do you watch the linebacker? Do you watch the game?
I mean, you gotta understand that when you play in the ACC and you have a good defense, it's gonna be over-glorified because there's no other teams with good defense other than Clemson. FSU was trash last year. Syracuse had an okay defense. Like, everything in the ACC is just trash.
I feel like if you look at the roster, defensively, I feel like they're fine under Manny Diaz. I feel like offensively, because you have a true freshman quarterback, a freshman quarterback, and a trash offensive line. I don't know how they're. I mean, I feel like
there's no reason for Miami, who was ranked last year, who had a top 10 defense, all these other things. There's no reason for Miami to be 0-2. Like, let's be honest. Like, okay, congrats to North Carolina. They're 2-0. What's his name? Mac Brown is doing his thing.
Came out.
Fuck with them, bro.
He's doing his thing over there, trying to bring them back to the glory days in the 90s. But it's still North Carolina. They only won 2 games last year. They won 2 games last year, and Miami goes over there and gets destroyed by Sam Howell.
Sam Howell was giving them that work, bro. That man Sam Howell was cooking.
A true freshman.
I fuck with Sam Howell, bro. Shout out to FSU.
Shout out to, man, I had my talk to Sam Howell, bro, when I went to North Carolina. I told him he needs to flip his commitment to North Carolina.
Shit, bro.
Next day he flipped it, and look at him now. You would have not wanted to be in that shit show over at FSU.
Facts.
Saved your life, bro. Saved your life. But yeah, bro, Miami, I don't know what's going on with Miami. USF, I think it's ranked like top 15. Florida's in the top 10. So honestly, it might just be the big two now. I might have to consider UCF to be something because FSU's
UCF
trash.
is better than FSU.
Facts. Like there's no, like they'll beat the bricks out of FSU.
Facts. Easily.
I mean, because even if you look at Miami's roster, Miami's schedule, Miami should at least be 6. Should guaranteed 6 wins, I would think.
Miami's only loss should have been to Florida.
No, I think they would have.
To who? They're not gonna lose to Florida State.
They play Virginia at home or away.
They ain't gonna lose to Virginia. They shouldn't have lost to Virginia, but not anymore. I mean, it's a whole.
It's also Miami. They would have lost somewhere along the way, somewhere they weren't supposed to.
like they did Pittsburgh.
True.
Yeah. Hey man, but that was late in the season, going into Pittsburgh in a cold game. I'm just saying.
Man, shut the hell up. Hey, shut the hell up. Nobody cares about cold or Pittsburgh or none of
That's
that
the
bullshit.
cold. Like they're in the blistering.
First of all, I called that years ago. Florida State was going to get piped by Boston College. I called it years ago.
All right, so let's just move on from this. Let's just move on, bro. I don't want to talk about this shit show no more.
What else? What's the other big
Big
games?
games. Big games this weekend. There's a lot of big games this weekend. So obviously we got Kentucky and Florida, but we also have College game day is going to be where this year?
Ames.
This week.
In Iowa.
In Iowa and Iowa State. So, Mr. Betman, who do you expect to win that game right now?
Let's go ahead and take a look at this line,
I want to hear that shit.
which I believe is what, 3.
And we're gonna write this down too.
I want to hear that shit.
I'm gonna write this thing down.
All right, so the line opens at Iowa at 2 points.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so
What are they ranked?
Iowa's 19th. Iowa State's not ranked.
Iowa State's not ranked.
No, they only played
So
one
why
game.
the hell are we in Ames? Why is College game day there? Why shouldn't it be that Florida and Kentucky?
I don't know, some really good games.
Florida and Kentucky.
If Syracuse would have won, they would have been damn Syracuse. But since they got loose to Maryland, they get piped.
Oh, good for them. All right, so who do you got in there?
I'm gonna take. I like Iowa.
All right, these are Ryan's picks. All right, so you got who? You got Iowa.
I got Iowa
All
plus
right.
the 2 points.
2 plus.
Yeah, plus 2.
Okay. So you got them winning. What's your prediction there?
I'm gonna go 28-17 Iowa.
28-17.
I do like Iowa. I don't like Iowa State.
I actually got Iowa State winning. But that's
Do you
just me.
really? I mean, hey, I'm all
I
for it.
think their quarterback's better. But okay, keep going.
Do you think Brock?
Purdy or whatever his name is? Yeah, that man's a baller.
My
So what's next?
Arizona boy out here from Gilbert.
All right, so who's next?
I think the next one we had on the list was going to be the Wake Forest and North Carolina game, which
So
goes
what do you,
tonight.
so that's tonight, right?
Yep.
What do you got?
I like North Carolina,
All right, so
even though the line's Wake by 3.
really,
Yes.
That's weird.
is that Wake?
Yes, it is. Which is surprising. Which
Is that night?
Yeah,
Yes, tonight. Which Wake?
Wake got a good team though. I mean, they're 1-1, right?
They're 2-0.
Oh shit. All right, so what is it? 2 plus or what? No, -2, right?
-3.
-3.
But I like that one.
Score.
I like a 21.
The fuck? Tim Houseman scored. No, never mind. Go ahead. Sorry. My fault. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
I like 21-13.
That's a low scoring game, bro.
I think it's a good score game.
The fuck? So,
They was scoring like 24 last week against Miami.
yeah, that's against Miami.
I thought they're over. They're all the linebackers. Were
I said the linebackers are overrated.
Overrated.
I didn't say defense. I said
They're
linebackers are
overrated. They're overrated.
All right,
Right.
shut the hell up. What's in that game, bro?
Florida versus Kentucky.
All right, who you got?
I like Florida.
All right. Why? You going the over?
I'm digging over.
Okay.
Which is what?
It's 8.5 Florida.
Jesus. Oh, that's what I got. What's the score? What do you think?
I'm gonna go.
Well, you already said it. What was it?
I ain't saying that. Go ahead, bro.
Don't lie.
I forget what I said. I know it was above that, wasn't it? It was like
You
27.
said 27-17.
Yeah.
So
I like them by 10.
has to be another game.
We're gonna go with, of course, the big one, Syracuse versus Clemson.
It's not a big game.
But it's
Do
Syracuse.
the Alabama South Carolina game. That's better than that.
25.5. Alabama covers that spread easily.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna write. I'm just gonna put Bama.
Bama blows them out. It's above 25 points.
All right, another game will be Chattanooga versus Tennessee.
See, I don't understand why
Honestly,
Tennessee gets
honestly, you
28.
got to take that in consideration, bro. Honestly,
All right, another decent game might be Kansas State at Mississippi State. Kansas State always plays stuff to be tough. And Mississippi State, I don't think Moorhead is the coach that they expected to get.
at all.
I don't think that's his team though. That's why I don't like it.
Saquon made both them boys get paid.
How is Chattanooga 20? How is Tennessee 28-point favorite?
Oh wait, no, this is a big game. This is a big game right here. Stanford at UCF. That's a big game. That's
What's the line? UCF has got to be up, right?
It's minus 8.5.
Damn, they're disrespecting Stanford, but
Well, they just got
pied by
they just got
USC.
pied by USC by true freshman quarterback. So, who are you taking?
UCF plus 8.5.
You taking UCF?
Plus 8.5, yeah.
All right.
No, you know what? Let me go with the under. I think Stanford makes it a close game. Wait, is it in Palo Alto? Where's it at?
It's at UCF.
UCF wins.
All right, so it's at UCF.
Under 8.5.
Okay.
If you would like to bet, I'm not responsible for lots of money.
All right, and then another big game. We covered that. 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 We covered that.
How about we go to the big NFL spread, the one that's got me crazy looking?
All right, we can go there. Hold on, I'm trying to look for any decent other games. And that is it. I think those are the only big games. Next week there's gonna be huge games.
Next week, great.
Yeah. Huge games.
Let's talk about the tremendous NFL spread, which is 18.5 points.
Georgia Tech does not play Temple. I apologize
Sit
about
down.
that. They
It
play
says
the
sit
Citadel, so yeah, it's a blowout. Whatever. All right, so who are you taking in the NFL?
Well, I think the first game we're gonna go over is the dang Patriots versus Dolphins, which is 18.5 favorites by the Patriots.
Cover that.
It's ridiculous.
Patriots are gonna win that shit, bro.
Bro, you better get your house. Bet your money, bro. Ain't
Which is the one of the largest spreads. Which I guess. Fun fact: can you name the largest spread?
I don't really bet like that, bro. I don't.
Was Denver versus Jacksonville. I believe it was 26.5 points.
Can you just pick what you want?
2016. I like the Patriots to cover that spread. Big time.
Minus 18. Jeez.
18.5, I believe is what it was. It started at 14.
All right, so who are you taking? Another big game is Vikings and Packers.
I don't even know what that spread was.
The spread is minus 2.5 to Green Bay.
Where's it in?
It's in Green Bay.
Green Bay. I'll take Green Bay on that.
I obviously disagree.
I feel like on a short week, I would take Green Bay though. In an afternoon game. Yeah, points.
All right, and next game, big games. This is gonna be a decent game, I think. It's just Colts and the Titans.
Tennessee.
It's a decent game.
Tennessee 3-point favorites. Where we at? Nashville.
Yep.
Tennessee covers that spread.
So 10.
Tennessee will cover that spread easily.
What is it?
3.5 or 2.5?
It's 3.
3.5.
And another big game will be the Cowboys and the Redskins. And other than that, and the Saints and the Rams. Fuck that. Saints and the Rams.
That's good. That's game.
Saints and the Rams. It's a minus 2 for Rams.
I want to know what the point over and under is. Because whatever that is, I gotta see that. What's your bet?
So who do you want? Rams or Saints?
I'm gonna go Rams.
It's at the Rams.
Rams.
All right.
Look at your thing. What's the points?
I just said minus 2.
No, go to Fox Bets. What is like the total points for the game? The over under or the over for the points? Because whatever that is, I'd probably take that.
So it's minus 2.
Do 2 points would be the total points.
All right, Ryan. I need you to pick.
52. I could go over on that point spread though.
Okay. So
I think Rams win plus 52 combined. Yep, I like that one.
all right. So Ryan, these are the Ryan teams for you to pick and bet. He bets all the time. He's taking Iowa or Iowa State at Iowa State. He's taking North Carolina at Wake Forest. He's taking Florida at Kentucky. These are all away games.
I know.
All away teams are away. So this could be an upset. This could be an upset. This could be an upset. This is an away game. this is a home game. So we got Bama over South Carolina. I think everybody and their moms know that shit.
We're taking over on the spread.
This one's gonna be a decent game. I don't know how Stanford's gonna respond after getting piped by USC.
Should be a good game though.
Should be a
I
good
think it'll
game.
be close.
Yeah.
I need UCF to lose.
Please.
Please lose.
Tired of that shit, bro.
And then in the NFL, we got the Patriots
Cover the spread.
demolishing the Miami Dolphins. They're
The boys don't even want to
awful.
play.
They don't want
Literally, they don't even want to play.
They want to trade, bro. We got he's taking Green Bay at home versus the Vikings. And he's taking Tennessee at home versus who? Colts. And then the big game of the weekend, Rams, Saints at the Rams. He's taking the Rams with a plus 52 points. So that is it for betting.
Yep.
Is there anything else you guys want to cover?
I'm good, bro. I got everything off my chest. I'm chilling.
Thought I bet on Army last week.
Oh, that's no, that's not a game. I called 2 games upset. I'm gonna tell Orlando to review this shit because I called both of them, and I should have bet.
I said it yesterday before the game even started. I told Mark. I told you. I said.
Well, I didn't care.
I told you Army. I said Army in the first half. Whatever the spread is, they'll cover it. And then they were up by 7. And then Mark told me he's like they're not gonna cover negative 22 or 22 points.
Army
Lost
always,
by 3. I
Army
told
always
you.
covers.
Army
But
always covers.
I
First half spreads, you always take Army. Just any of those triple option offenses, you always take them first half spreads because they always
the upset last week. I know Nebraska was the one. They lost to Colorado. There was another big game that I called, and
I look at the schedule, bro. 'Cause
like
I can't
Alabama
think off the top of my head.
upset or wasn't Stanford upset?
no, I didn't call it. I don't care about the West.
Washington got upset. That was a late
Who they
game.
play?
California. That game didn't finish like 4 o'clock Eastern time. It's way delay. I stayed up to watch that one.
Okay. I don't know who I call. I'm gonna ask Orlando to review the videos. Anything else you guys want to say? We can close this out.
Excited for Georgia Tech game tomorrow.
Oh yeah, except for that Georgia Tech. I've never been to the Georgia Tech Stadium, so I don't know where to sit or anything. But we're gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
You know, it'll be fun.
It shouldn't be that bad.
I imagine it won't be too packed. We probably make our way down the field or lower down.
Sure. But other than that, man, thank you for watching.
Thank you,
this
please.
video.
Thank you.
Like,
We've been
share,
getting
tell
a
your
lot of
friends.
video, a lot of views. Share it around. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. We're active on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
We're always gonna be tweeting the big games. Pay attention to the games tomorrow. Put your bets in. Do not blame Ryan for your money loss. But other than that, man, thanks for tuning in, and we'll
Thank
see
you.
you next week.
Yes, sir. Go Gators.